You're listening to Potty Mouth Radio, the home of movies, music, television, and comedy.
And now, the hunt for the perfect album.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the hunt for the perfect album, where once again, fear not, friends, we've done it, we found it, it's all good. End of episode. Thanks for listening.
Oh, wait, which one are we doing again? I thought this was old 97s.
Oh, that's right, you tease. I really hope you liked this one. As I said last week, I've gone back to the well of an older artist I've given you because you didn't absolutely love the first album I gave you.
You refuse to accept that as a state of being.
So yes, I've given you Satellite Rides, which is the album prior to Drag It Up, which is the last one I gave you. I think that this one leans more power pop, which I said. I'm curious to see if you understand that statement, feel the same way. This certainly was their first kind of very small commercial success. Old 97s have never been... It's strange. They've been featured on TV shows and stuff. James Gunn, for example, fucking loves them. And yet their monthly listener count is insanely low. They've never been huge. But they did perform the lead single from this on the Dave Letterman show once. So
I read that a song in this was in Scrubs when Turk proposes to Carla.
it sure was, and yet they're still,
cool.
and yet their fame level is still not adequate. They had 2 songs in Veronica Mars, Dave. How?
Was one of them when dies? Because apparently that's a thing that happens later when I haven't seen.
You're gonna have to beep that out, mate.
Oh, so no one else can be spoiled, just me.
So let's get into it. I'm so curious to hear if you liked this album. If you didn't like this album, hit me with it.
All right. Well, look, it's better. It is better than the Drag It Up one by a long way. This is very, very good. Very, very good. I like this enormously. Enormously, nice. I like this. You do. I mean, there's a couple of tracks where you can that I would say, you've got a bit of that country, alt country, but by and large, I did this. I was surprised, kind of, that it's the same artist because it is quite different.
They really are versatile. Every album swings very differently. I mean, Drag It Up that I gave you last time, we spoke about, especially its production. It's really got that kind of honky-tonk, grungy bar feel to it. Yep. Their earlier stuff is much more kind of straight country leaning to alt country. Like it's electric country, I guess, more than what you'd call alt country. This album, like I said, is very power pop. And then their later albums, you really kind of get quite diverse with it. But yeah, they're really eclectic. See, that track could be directly off Welcome Interstate Managers by Fountains of Wayne.
Yeah, this album, more than the one that came after it, which you gave me earlier, very much feels like early 2000s when it came. This is you can pick the era. This is in that same era, as you say, Fountains of Wayne, Jimmy Eat World, some of those sort of light poppier punk bands. There's a certain sound, especially to the guitar, in that era, and you can hear it coming through almost every track on this. Which I mean,
true.
I loved it.
Yeah, nice.
And some great humor through a lot of these songs too.
Rhett Miller is one of the best songwriters of all time, I think, and his solo stuff is all fantastic as well, which is why I had to go back to this because I needed you to appreciate it.
I will continue to listen. I really like this album, and especially the songs that have some humor, like Roller Skate Skinny, the next one. They're funny.
They are, and not just funny. I just think, in some ways, really poetic. Their second last album, which was called 12th, must have been their 12th album, probably. I think has one of the best songs I've ever heard on it. Like, it's not on this album, but we're going to play it out to close the show because you need to hear it. I just think the lyrics in it are so beautiful. And anyway, yeah.
Roller skate skinny. Do you want to meet up at the Pickwood Bowl? We could knock 9 down and leave a 1 in the hole. Wouldn't be here if the Athenia hadn't sunk or if dear old dad hadn't got so drunk. Every other day has a kick in the shins. Every other day it's like the day just wins. You make them all.
I really love these kind of tracks on the album where it is very power pop forward, but you can absolutely hear the alt country elements.
There's definitely
in there.
there are tracks where it comes through and
Yeah.
there's one, I can't remember which. There's one later on. I can't even remember which one it is where it's quite pervasive and it's genuinely just a country song.
Oh, definitely, yeah. And then there are like the next track is a great example. Buick City Complex, I think, is another one where it really kind of blends both of those.
Do you want to spend the night? Yeah, I've known both kinds of love, but I want to get it right this time. I don't want to settle down. I don't want to make no plans except for what I'm gonna do with a pair of out of hands. Tearing the Buick City Complex down. I think we're the only people left in town.
Oh man, I've got to stop playing every track because I really could with this album. I love the next track, Burn the Cage, as well. Why don't you talk about it? What do you have a favorite track from this album?
I was going to say, don't skip track 5.
Up the Devil's Pay.
Yep, favorite track.
Hey, interesting.
Love it. And weirdly, different lead singer.
This is not at all what I would have picked to be your favorite from this album. Wow.
I love the vocals in this.
I'm gonna tend to backfire until you come around. I'd sing a real live love song if I could get the feeling down. I wanna make you happy, but the devil's out my way. So I'll just pack up everything, roll it out and up the devil's way.
Yeah. I mean, I love that track. I just did not pick this as your favorite.
It's this.
Yeah.
Love it. It's almost yodeling.
Yeah. So that vocalist is Murray, not Murray. Murray. Murray Hammond, who, from memory, is the bass player.
Right.
So he does pop up doing lead vocals on a few tracks over the years, and yeah, they are always some of my favorites. I do love his voice. He just recently, like a month or two ago, released a solo album.
What is it? What's it called? The Tex Owens cattle call that. That sort of cowboy yodeling. Fucking love it.
Yeah, he just like a month or two ago released a solo album, which I have not gotten to yet, but has been on my list to check out. Wow, so okay, cool. So that's your favorite.
I liked King of All the World. I liked Roller Skate Skinny. I really liked Buick City Complex. That track was the one where it all kind of clicked, and I went, "Oh yeah, no, fucking, I really dig this album."
Yeah, right.
And I liked it. I liked pretty much everything. There's no real. I don't think there's any tracks I dislike on this, but that was the high point. And there's a couple of others sort of later on, but yeah, I love that track.
Nice. Well, shortly after that, we get to the old 97's most famous song, which you alluded to being the song
Question.
from Scrubs. This was also the song that Noosk walked down the aisle to.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Better not say I hate it.
She woke from a dream. Her head was on fire. What was he so nervous? He took her to the park. She crossed her arms and lowered her eyelids. Someday somebody's gonna ask you, question that you should say yes to once in your life. Maybe tonight I got a question for you.
Now, something interesting about this song, I cannot remember off the top of my head where it appeared first. That song also appears on one of Rhett Miller's solo albums. And what I find really strange about that is that the version that is on here on the band album is just a solo acoustic version. The version that is on his solo album actually has like strings and more of a full band. So
That is weird.
it is very weird.
Is the band the old 97s?
It's an odd thing. But both versions are fantastic. I
Yeah,
love
it's
that
beautiful.
song.
I'm glad I don't have to lie and say I like it. But, if Noose walked down the aisle to it, that would have felt very, very awkward. So I walked down the aisle to that. But no, it's very beautiful.
Yeah. One of my other favorite tracks, which listeners and yourself heard not that long ago, is Weightless, which of course I picked as one of my funeral songs.
Oh, I thought it sounded like when I was listening through, I was like, I really like this one. I've heard this one before.
I love the lyrics of this song.
I reckon heaven is a place where time is non-existent, yeah. And the things that are important, yeah, don't take any time at all. An awful lot like outer space, where everything is weightless, yeah. Even heavy things are weightless, yeah. Don't take up any space at all. Right on, right on.
Love that track so much.
Beautiful.
I couldn't tell you what my favorite track from this album is. There's too many for me. I just couldn't do it.
It's unlike probably 80% of the albums that we have, not front loaded, despite the fact that track 5 is my favorite, because I really like Can't Get a Line. I really like Designs on You. I
love Designs on You.
I mean,
yeah. Book of
it's-
Poems I really love.
Yep. Some of them, like Nervous Guy, I can't remember. I know I liked it, but there's a couple of them that I can't specifically remember. But there's so many that I thought, oh no, fuck, I love this one.
Yeah.
And on first listen as well. It
Yeah.
didn't take multiple runs through with this album.
Nice.
Standing on the corner of 6th, how to forget. Trying to do right by you all night, Annette. You can go ahead and get married, and this'll be our secret thing. I won't tell a soul except the people in the nightclub where I sing. I don't wanna get you all worked up, except secretly I do. I'd be lying if I said I didn't have designs on you.
Oh man. Yeah, this would be I know that for a while you've spoken about how we should do bonus episodes where we just focus on like an artist. And Old 97s would be a fucking great one for that, because they literally have 13, 14 studio albums, and every single album has at least 4 or 5 perfect tracks on it, even if you don't think the album is perfect. Like,
I reckon that's a thing because it, like, I obviously love, as we both do, a really well crafted album that takes you on a journey and it ebbs and flows and everything. But there are a lot of artists where I'll probably only ever put on the best of, but I fucking love them. And particularly when they've been around for a while, there's a lot of differentiation between the tracks.
yeah. Well, I would highly recommend that. If this album has made you want to dig more into the Old 97s, this actually might be one where I would recommend just hitting shuffle on the artist level, or just, hitting that. Usually Spotify has the this is Old 97s playlist.
Yeah, they'll have
just
the 6 or 8
Yeah.
most
Because
played or whatever.
I would recommend just doing it that way because, I mean, I think this album's perfect. I think a lot of their albums are perfect, but like just digging into 25, 30 years of their music is going to be fun. Like,
Yep.
I'm glad that you liked this one.
No, I liked it immensely. I really, really liked it.
How are you scoring it out of 10?
At the moment, I think I'm a 7.5, but I suspect that's going to go up to an 8
Okay.
over time.
I just realised retroactively that I completely forgot to give a score for Lloyd Cole last week. I mean, I raved about it enough. You can guess it's high. I'm going to go with a 9. But I just realised that I
You're
forgot
dropping that
to...
now to make me feel bad about my 7.5.
No, well, I'm glad. I'm glad. This means that because if you didn't like this, I was just going to give you another old 97 albums next.
Part of it is that there's maybe 5 songs that if that was the whole album, it'd probably be a 9.
Yeah.
But there's also songs that I genuinely can't quite remember them.
Yeah.
I need to do a few more, and it'll
Yeah,
probably.
yeah.
I suspect it'll go to an 8 because the ones that I like, I really, really like.
Yeah, nice. Well, what are you giving me next week?
I'm not playing it safe like the last couple of weeks turned out to be. I'm going to go back to the late 70s, I think.
Okay.
I think that's what I'm going to do. I think, and for a long time, I was going to give you the first album by this artist, even though it's not my favorite because it's his most famous, and it's kind of put up on a bit of a pedestal. But I'm not gonna. I'm gonna give you the second album because I do prefer it marginally. I'm giving you the album "Labor of Lust" by Nick Lowe.
Okay, another artist that I'm not familiar with in any way.
Almost positive you'll know the first track on this album, if nothing
Okay.
else. His first album, Jesus of Cool, which I think is
a
one of
cool
the
name.
best names, and
Yeah.
which was renamed in America because that's way too offensive. And they called
course,
it
yeah.
they called it. I have to. The name they had in America is so bad. I need to look. Pure pop for now, people.
Right, okay.
Is what Jesus of Cool was called in America.
Yeah.
But no, Labour of Lust, I think is a more
Okay.
interesting.
By Nick Lowe.
Nick Lowe, Lowe.
Okay.
He came out of a band called Rock
Any relation
Pile.
to Rob?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Who's to say? I don't know, mate. You would actually know. He wrote What's So Funny About Peace, Love and Understanding, the Elvis
Right.
Costello covered.
Yeah,
He-
okay.
He wrote that.
Okay.
So he's fairly well regarded in kind of British,
cool.
late 70s,
Nice.
early 80s.
All right.
But interested to see what you think of that.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. All right, well, that's next week. In the meantime, if you want to get in touch with us, you can do that at pottymouthradio.com or pottymouthradio@gmail.com. Go hit up the Facebook listening community, check out our Patreon. If you're watching this on YouTube, hit the subscribe and like and all of those things that people tell you to hit. Click, David, not
Do
hit.
the things, just randomly mash buttons down there, and some of them will do things.
And we'll catch you next week. As mentioned, I'm going to play us out with a track not of this album because I just want to
That's
continue.
just the thing we do now, isn't it? We just close the episode with shit that's not on what we're talking about.
Well, I just want to continue extending your love for old 97s. And for a long time, my favourite old 97 song was Streets of Where I'm From, which is off one of their much earlier albums.
Okay.
And then ever since 2020, when this album came out, this song has been my favourite old 97 song of all time. Every time I listen to it, I get angry at myself that I didn't write it because I think the lyrics are so spot on and they're funny but poetic, and it really is like a poem. It's a really simple 4-chord song, but anyway, it's called I Like You Better, and that's what I'm playing you out with just because I want Dave to hear it. No real other reason.
Fair enough.
I like you better than sleeping for days. And God knows my bed is my favorite place. Wrap myself up in the flannel and down while the sun does a number on the folks downtown. But I would give up everything I've found so far. The G to the F, A minor and C, drown out the voices inside of me. But I turn in my 12th string and my dreams of being a star.